got that bubbly. I got that bubbly. I got that bubbly. Have y'all seen that commercial? Oh, that's not a commercial. Have y'all seen that Vine? What is up, you guys, and welcome back to another video. So I'm actually really excited for today's video. I'm going to be talking to you guys about my tips to be super productive throughout the day. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys my productivity tips, how I do it all, how I make sure I'm able to balance YouTube, school, my life, everything. So if you're interested in figuring out how to be the most productive you can be, then just keep watching. Alright, so I have a little list here in my notebook that I'm going to be reading for you guys. I literally look like a dork right now, but it's fine. So if you see me looking down, that's why, because my notebook's going to be down here. So I'm going to take my glasses off because they're bothering me. So my first tip for you guys is to establish a solid morning routine. And that is because the morning sets up your entire day. How you start your day is most likely reflects how you end your day. So I'm not gonna sit here and tell you need to wake up at 4:30 in the morning, you need to do this, you need to work out, you need to pray. Like, I'm not gonna tell you exactly what to do, because what I do for my morning routine is not exactly what you need to do for your morning routine, because we're not the same person. So you need to figure out what time of day works best for you to wake up. When you're deciding what time of day you wanna wake up, don't just say, oh, like, I'm lazy and I would like to wake up at noon, so I'm just gonna keep waking up at noon and then start my day then. Because if you're trying to accomplish things throughout the day and be productive, you need to wake up at a time that is both reasonable for your body and for you to get the amount of work that you have done to get done. Maybe make a video about what my morning routine is, but the biggest factor of my morning routine is probably my alarm clock. If you can see it over there. Okay, okay, so I just got this alarm clock almost a year ago. I got it for Christmas in 2019, and it is the sunset alarm clock that like everyone talks about, but you guys, it really is worth it. So what it does, it kind of like illuminates my room for a period of 30 minutes, and then it plays a like soft, mine's set on piano, but there's a bunch of different settings. It plays like a soft tone that also gradually gets louder, and it kind of just like prevents you from waking up in that like sudden shock. It kind of just gradually wakes you up with sunlight. And it sounds like a load of baloney, but it actually does work, because I literally, kid you not, always wake up at least 1 minute before my alarm clock. So I definitely recommend that, because it gives you like a peaceful, I don't know, like you wake up more peacefully, and then you're not as irritated in the morning. And then after that, I either do a workout or a meditation or whatever else I need to do. And then yeah, I just go through the rest of my morning routine. This video would be way too long if I told you guys my entire morning routine, but you need to establish one for yourself that puts you in the mindset of today is a good day. So my next tip for you guys would be to split up your days. Very rarely do I work on school for an entire day, or YouTube for an entire day, or nothing for an entire day. If I know that I want to be able to balance school and YouTube or whatever else I'm working on, or my family, or anything else that I want to do, I know that I have to make time for it throughout the day. So for most of the time, I'm working on schoolwork throughout the day, and YouTube or whatever else I have going on in the evening, or the opposite way around. Either way, I'm dividing my day. I'm not putting more attention into one thing and giving myself as an excuse to not work on the other thing. That is really like the key of how you make sure you can do everything you want to do, because you're planning to do everything you want to do. My advice for you guys, when you're making those to-do lists and you're planning out your day, put both things that you want to do in there. Just put it in there. Don't worry about what you don't have time for, because if you want it, you have time for it. That is really how it is, guys. My next tip for you guys is to make lists. Now, if y'all know me, if you watch my videos, you know I love to make lists. I literally made a list just for this video. I am addicted to making lists. So whether you make your list the night before or the morning of, it doesn't really matter. Again, I'm not telling you there's a perfect time to make your list or make your to-do list, but I personally like to make my to-do list the night before. I like to go to sleep knowing that I have everything figured out for tomorrow, and I'm not going to be scurrying around at all. It just gives me a sense of security to make my list the night before. But make it whenever you want to make it, but do not ever go a day without having some type of list. Even if you have nothing to do that day, literally write down, wake up, walk the dog. Like, you know, it's just something about writing a list that not only keeps you on task, but it also gives you a feeling of accomplishment, and that kind of makes you want to keep going. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. So tip for you guys would be to dress the part. So I've said this in a video before, but I'm gonna say it again because it is a huge factor of how I stay productive throughout the day. And do need to dress up, or like dress for success, guys. Put on some damn clothes. And I know it's really hard to do that right now because it's Rona. Everyone's, for the most part, staying home. They're not really doing much. You can't go anywhere. But that doesn't matter. Like, you do not get dressed for other people. You get dressed for yourself. And if you're constantly in sweatpants or the little biker shorts or like whatever it is you wear around your house, you're constantly in that I'm relaxing mode. I'm chilling. I don't have anything to do mode. And that in turn makes you not want to do shit, like straight up. So put on some clothes. Put on, even if that means putting on like jeggings instead of leggings. That makes a huge difference, because if you're dressed like you have things to accomplish, you have things to do, you have places to go, you're going to naturally want to accomplish things. So even me today, I have gone absolutely nowhere. My goal for today was to study, film, and edit this video, but because I knew I had to be productive, I put on an entire romper to sit in front of a camera and talk to you guys and then sit at my desk. And that is because I want to feel like I'm doing something, and I know that that's not gonna happen if I'm sitting there in loungewear. So put on some clothes, put on some makeup, put on some eyelashes. If you're a guy, put on some shoes, do whatever it needs for you to feel good, because I've said this before, you look good, you feel good, and then you do good. So just put on some clothes, guys. My next tip for you guys would be to set the vibe, okay guys? You want a productive day, you really need to like get into the vibe. Like, I'm all about just setting the entire area for productivity or for the day. So there's a lot of parts to how I set the vibe. So I'm gonna break that down for you guys in case you want some ideas on how to get yourself into that mode to study or to work or to whatever, do whatever you have to do. But when I say set the vibe, I literally mean set the entire atmosphere, from the scent to the view, like everything. So you need to make sure your space that you're working in is clean, because if you have a clean environment to work in, that means you have a clear head, you're ready to work. You're not like, oh, I could do this work right now, but I also could go clean up because my house is dirty. Yeah, and that's another distraction. So you really want to make sure you're cleaning up your house. As far as smells go, you can burn a candle, spray some air freshener, do whatever it is you need to do. Light an incense. I love incense, y'all. Like, do whatever you need to do to make yourself feel like you're in a happy space. If you're into saging and stuff like I am, before I have a day where I know I have to get a lot done, like it's not an option anymore, I sage the environment. I sage and I set the intention to get rid of any negative energy, getting rid of any like energies that are full of procrastination or distraction, and just make sure I cleanse the environment. If you're not into that route, then like I said, just stick with the candles and just do whatever you need to do. Also, when you're setting your vibe, that includes making sure you have everything you need at your workstation. That water, your snacks, your chapstick, whatever it is you think that you're gonna wanna have to get up and go get while you're working, grab it beforehand and set it up all really cute on your desk so that it is there for you when you're ready for it. Another way I like to set the vibe for me, and I just started doing this probably when Rona started and I was getting a little stir crazy in my house, and I like to set area music throughout my house. So every day, except for right now obviously because I'm talking to you guys, but every day, all damn day, y'all will hear some type of music coming from my house. And I'm not saying like Cardi B, like Migos, like none of that not shit, because I like that music too, but none of that. I really mean like, I either have on, it depends on how I feel that day honestly, but I shuffle between lo-fi beats, Hertz tones, jazz, anything. So what I do is there are playlists on YouTube that run live, or they run for like 10 hours, and you kind of just pick which one you want to go, and I let that play from whatever TV I'm working in. So if I'm in my room for most of the day, I let it play from my room. If I'm in the living room, I let it play from my living room, and I let that play throughout the entire day. I keep it at like a low tone to where it's not super distracting, but it kind of gives me like a little groove throughout the entire day. So whether I'm feeling super calm or relaxed, I'm just floating around in my Hertz tones, or if I'm like, okay, I gotta get this done, and I'm like bopping around to my lo-fi beats, it's great. Find what works for you, whether that's jazz, lo-fi, anything. Find a playlist and play that throughout the day. Desk is set up and everything looks good and it's clean, and then it smells good, and then it sounds good. That just puts me in an area to just get it done. And so that's my advice to you guys. So my next tip is pretty obvious. I feel like this isn't everybody's advice to you, and that is to take breaks. I personally am not the type of person that functions with like scheduled breaks. Like, I know a lot of people like to do 50 minutes of studying, 10 minutes of break, or 30 minutes studying, 5-minute break. Like, they like to literally like go in a cycle like that, and that distracts me more than anything. So personally, I just like to go until I can't go no more, and then I take a break. But I am mindful about how long I am going for. So like, I can sit down and study for about an hour, 2 hours, even 3 if I'm really into what I'm doing. I am aware that I do need to take breaks sometimes. So for my breaks, I have a dog, so it's really easy for me to have to take a break because he is a built-in break. I started to schedule in things or plan to do things on a certain day that require me to leave my house or do something else. So if I had a day where I know I needed to study all day long, I would purposely set to pick up my prescription on that day, so I have to leave the house because I have to go pick it up. I would purposely say, okay, I need to do laundry on this day because I'm out of underwear, so I gotta go do the laundry, things like that. So I like to trick myself into taking breaks. On top of that, that's still technically being productive because you have to do those things anyway. So, and my last tip for you guys, and something that I am really struggling with, but I know it's gonna benefit me in the long run, and that is to forgive yourself if you do not get everything done. We are human. We are not machines. So that means that we're not gonna always accomplish everything on our to-do list. We're not gonna always get everything done at the time period we think we're gonna get it done. And that is okay, because progress is progress, work is work. And as long as we're doing the best that we can, that's really all that matters, guys. Everything's gonna work out. Like, if you do not be so hard on yourself, just adjust the next day's to-do list and keep it moving, guys. It is okay to have to stop. It is okay to not be a machine. And honestly, by adopting that I'm not perfect but I'm doing the best that I can mentality with your productivity, it makes you more productive because you're not going into the next day or the next to-do list thinking, oh, I failed the other one, I'm not gonna get anything done on this one either, and you're just self-sabotaging. So make your list realistic for one, and if you do not accomplish everything that you had to do for your day, it is okay. Do the things that are like most important and then adjust. I just wanted to get this video out for you because a lot of people have been requesting it from me. I had a lot of questions on how I'm balancing nursing school and YouTube and keeping up with all this stuff during a pandemic when everyone wants to just relax and calm down and freak out. So like I said, I have been in school forever. Like, I don't even know what type of person I am without school. And a lot of these tips I have been taking with me or picking up along the way. So I really vouch for these things, guys. I really do. Like, if you know me, I'm a creature of habit. I really do everything that I have told you guys in this video. So I hope that they help you. I hope you enjoyed this video. And if you guys have any other ideas or anything else you want to see from me, please let me know. Comment down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.